Cancer. Cancer, you've got some serious energy going on here. Okay, so first, can we just look at this? You start with the devil and end with the lovers. I mean, I just want you to, for a moment, take in the comparison of both those cards and how interesting that is. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. We will get onto that, but I just wanted you to note that for a second. So yeah, I mean, there's so many layers to this. Right, where shall I begin? Shall we start, first of all, with, I can see this career-wise, I can see this love-wise. Well, let's start with career. Okay, so you're coming in with the devil. In fact, you know how I read. Any of you who saw my last readings, it tends to just flow, so it will do what it will do. But you're coming in with the devil. Now, the devil is saying to me, I'm feeling somehow chained to something, because you can see how they are, you know, they're bound. I mean, they could just take those chains off if they wanted to, but somehow I'm feeling chained to something. Somehow I'm feeling I have an attachment to something that doesn't serve me, and I'm aware of it, but I'm not sure how to get out of it just yet. You know, whether it's relationship or an impulse or a habit or a way of thinking or a way of some sort of behavior, you know, but I feel like you're coming in and you're aware of this thing that perhaps undermines you and undermines your sense of personal power. And you're coming in with an awareness of this. And really this month, what I'm seeing is it's actually about playing this card out until he becomes this, okay? And transmuting this energy. Now, this could go further than this month, because to me, this is also speaking to Jupiter in your 5th house going retrograde, okay? So this could be playing out over the next 4 months. But Cancer, what I'm seeing is money is great for you. Money is good. And I feel like you know this. You know that there are new opportunities for money. Some of you could be getting a big, like a big payment of money, you know, just out of, like, from, I don't know, insurance or a tax thing, or just a client paying you a lump sum that's particularly large. Also, there could be new opportunities for you to make money that you're seizing and that you're seeing around you in the environment. And I mean, you know, money is there to be had and you're being supported. And I feel like you're aware of this. I feel like financially, Cancer, you know that you're in a season of, if I plant that seed, it will grow in no time and it will, you know, it will give me abundance. I feel like Cancers know this. But okay, I feel like in terms of work environment, especially for those of you who work for somebody and work with other people, there's something going on here in that because the 3 of Pentacles upright for me is, this is good planning. This is people working together, formulating their ideas, putting the plan into action. And this is the beginning of a project that is going to work out well. And you know, we're enjoying the fact that we've got it off the ground, the ball's rolling, and we're all working together. But in reverse, this is speaking to me of a lack of teamwork, okay? And also perhaps even a lack of your skills being recognized. So what I feel is that some of you coming in, you're saying, there are opportunities for abundance all around me. I can see how I can maybe have more than one income. But at my main job, at the main place that I work, I feel like either I'm undervalued, or they're not taking advantage of my skills, or they're not recognizing what I contribute, or the team in which I work doesn't actually work that well together. There's a sense of competitiveness. There's a sense of wanting to maybe get one up on each other rather than wanting to work as a team. And you're not really liking this. And the interesting thing is here, we've got, where are we? So we've got the 7 of Rods upside down, right? In reverse. And this is saying to me, maybe feeling like you're staying in a job where, you know, maybe others are saying to you, well, why are you in that job? Why are you, it's going nowhere. Why are you working there? You know, and people, you know, no one works together. And, you know, you're starting to really feel it now. It can be that, or it can be feeling like you're being criticized on some level. Now, what I am, oh, bear with me one moment. What I'm really getting a sense of here, Cancer, is that I feel like for a lot of Cancers, you guys have the opportunity to be self-starters, if I'm honest. I feel like a lot of you are working jobs for a regular income, for a regular, for that stability. But I feel like a lot of you guys are doing something on the side. You're seeing opportunities to make money. You're seeing opportunities to use your skills and your talents to make money, okay? And that's what I'm seeing. But this Page of Pentacles in reverse here tells me that there's some sort of blockage towards it. So it could be that it's a self-confidence thing and that's stopping you from getting it started. It could also be that there's some way that you keep sabotaging yourself, okay? Maybe you've got it started, but there's some sort of blockage in terms of you growing it or progressing it. Maybe you're not giving it the time and the planning it needs, because certainly I can see that in these cards, because both of these reverse to me say a lack of planning, a lack of really attending to your dreams, to your desires, to your skills, in order to get the most out of them, right? So it could be playing out in terms of you, or it could be playing out in terms of other people not working with you, that type of thing. But there is opportunity for you to do really, really well. Now, some of you it might be a bit of both. It might be that you've got a side business or hobby that you do and it's bringing in money, and it could bring in more, but you haven't been committing to it 100%. But the fact that you're starting to feel this tension in the workplace in your main job is making you think, do you know what? I need to commit to this. I need to get rid of my blockages, and I need to give it my all, because the job, the 9 to 5 isn't fulfilling me anymore. So it could be something like that. For those of you who are fully self-employed, make sure that the people who are working with you and who you're aligning yourself with are actually contributing and pulling their weight and working with you as a team. Otherwise, it might be time to start looking for new people to align yourself with. The other thing as well that I will say is there's a possibility, especially with the Devil here and the Page of Pentacles, right? It's making me think that some of you aren't doing as well as you could be, or you aren't being as successful as you could be because this to me speaks of blockages, right? To your to your ideas, to your business, to your creative outlet, to whatever it is. If you've got some sort of business you're running on the side or business that you do, that speaks of blockages, and this speaks of temptation. So this says to me, maybe some of you are, and I feel like you're aware of it, you're putting energy into things that you know don't serve you and actually take away from this passion project that you have, that take away from you starting this business, that take away from you becoming this entrepreneur. Whether that is that you keep on getting distracted by guys or girls, right? Whether that's that you keep on getting distracted by partying, whether that's that you keep on getting distracted by whatever it is. But it's almost like, and I feel like that's why we're coming in with the Devil. I feel like, there's all of this abundance on the table. I mean, look at it. If we put it all up right next to each other, there's all of these pentacles there for you, right? But the Devil is there at the beginning. Something that you do, something that you are, it's a habit, it's habitual, it's addictive, whatever it is, it's a pattern that you have thought has gotten you chained, right? It's stopping you from having all of these upright. But the thing is, Cancer, you're aware of it, you know it, and I feel like you've been working on it, and you've been thinking about it, and you've been coming to new conclusions and understandings about it, and it's why I feel like it's going to change. I feel like that's why the Tower's here. This is going to change, okay? This is going to change and transform into this and this. That's what I'm seeing, Cancer, okay? But first of all, let's go back a bit. There's something you give your energy to, whether it is spending time with people who, and I hate to say it, but spending time with people who are going nowhere, who don't have your best interests at heart, who want to drag you off of your path. Because let's face it, It makes some people feel really, really shitty when we are going after our dreams, when we're being ambitious, when we are pursuing our heart's desire. If they're not doing that, they will very much unknowingly try and keep us back down. I mean, I had this myself only recently where I'd be like, I need to concentrate on my YouTube videos. And I was seeing somebody who would say to me, oh, but you can do that another day. Come spend time with me. Doing what? Watching television. Really? Do you know what I mean? People don't like you to progress a lot of the time because it will, unless they're doing the same thing, it will remind them of how they're not progressing, okay? The only people who will cheer you on are people who are genuinely going after things in their own lives as well. So I feel like the devil is this, it's symbolic of something in your life, whether it's people, whether it's an addiction, whether it's a behavior, whether it's a thought pattern, whether it's an impulse, it's a behavior in your life that you're well aware stops you from giving your full energy to what it is that could be bringing you so much wealth and abundance, okay? But I feel like you're aware of it, and I feel like it's going to change. Usually the Tower upright, I would be quite concerned about it, but I'm going to be honest, Cancer, I don't feel threatened by the Cancer. I don't feel threatened by the Tower. No, not in this reading, I don't. I feel like he's coming in and it's a warning, and it's not just it's not a warning, it's guidance. But I feel like you know this, and you know it's got to change. So you either distance yourself from the behavior, you transform the behavior, you develop new routines, whatever it is. For a lot of you, I do feel like it's going to be connected to people, okay? Because the 7 of Wands in reverse makes me think of like, so when he's upright, it's like you are standing your ground, yeah? But when he's reversed, it's like you're allowing people to come after you or come at you or to influence you, right? And you're allowing them to influence you, and you're not saying anything, you're not doing anything about it. It can also be, you know, feeling like people are criticizing you, right? I feel like it's playing out in terms of your relationships, and I feel like you have been giving energy. And Cancer, I know what you guys are like, you know, you can be so you can be so generous with your energy, right? But I feel like you're getting to the point, and a lot of things have happened, right, especially over the past few months, that have gotten to the point where you are sick of giving your energy to people who don't deserve it, aren't going to do anything with it, aren't going to reciprocate, you know, and it just ends up going down this drain. It goes down into this well, and nothing gets done with it. They don't even do anything beneficial with it. And I feel like you've gotten to this point where you're sick of it now, and now it's like you finally hit that point where you're like, no, I'm not allowing you to, you know, waste or drain any more of my time or my energy when I could be doing these amazing things for myself that I'm so passionate about. And think about it, that full moon at the beginning of the month, it touches on your 7th house and your 11th house and makes a trine between those houses. Those are all about relationships, okay? So I feel like you're going to start saying, you know what? No, I want to be a success. I want to empower myself. And I want people around me who are successful, who are empowered, who lift me up, who are going places. I don't need to be pulled down anymore. I don't need to be influenced by other people and give in to their desires and their commands anymore, so much so that it takes me off my path, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you. Goodness, I'm getting passionate, Cancer. I am. I love it. I love it. Okay. So that is the big thing that I'm sensing here. For some of you, it might be that a change in work is due. It may well be that a change in work is due as a result of not feeling fulfilled, not feeling seen, there being a lack of teamwork, okay? You know what? So many people are getting this energy of like people not working together, people, you know, backstabbing and this kind of thing. And listen, you know, we have to go through it, don't we? But for you, this is positive. I like this, and I think, I mean, it is for all the signs, you know, but you're strong here, Cancer. You are strong, and the environment is strong for you. Right, going on to romance. Now, for some of you, this is going to relate to romance. This is going to be somebody who, and I feel like it's not necessarily somebody who's in your life now. I feel like it's perhaps you're reflecting on past relationships and how you were chained, and how, not because they asked you to, but just because of your own natural nature, you ended up giving so much, and in that, when it wasn't returned, even if the relationship ended, you felt a lack of closure, and you felt, it's almost like you gave so much. It's almost like, oh God, and then the relationship ends, and where's the return? There's an emptiness. And I feel like you're coming in reflecting on that. And it's almost like reflecting on how I put myself in bondage to people who were never good for me in the first place, and also how that was an unhealthy dynamic and an unhealthy way to initiate a relationship. And I feel like you're coming in with an awareness of that, and saying to yourself, I need people who are going to work with me. I need people who are going to recognize me and work with me, not people who I'm going to give all this energy to and get nothing back from. And also, I don't need to give so much of myself anymore. I can contain myself, and I can meet somebody as an interdependent. We can meet as interdependent souls rather than having to give so much of myself. And I feel like you're coming to these realizations about love, Cancer, and you're breaking. I feel like you're breaking these chains, okay? I feel like you're saying, let me play around with this for you. I feel like you're saying, I don't want this anymore. I want teamwork in love. I want to work together towards a common goal and common vision. And I love threes. Threes are about inspiration and magic. I want to feel the magic. I want to feel the inspiration in my relationships. I want to know we're working to create something beautiful and long-lasting together. And I'm not doing this anymore, and I'm going to break this pattern. I'm going to tear down this pattern so that I can get this. So I can get the equal balance, the equal give and take, the respect, the beautiful divine masculine and feminine energy and relationship that I want for those of you who are single. For those of you who are with somebody, I mean, this energy really says to me that there either needs to be a big shift in the way that you relate to each other, and there needs to be some very honest discussion and some big changes made so that you can, because it's about working together ultimately, so that you can work together, you can get to this. Yes, there could be a potential breakup or break off. That is a potentiality, but it's about how are you working together, you know? And what's interesting, Cancer, is that we've got Jupiter in your 5th house, and that's transforming self-confidence. It's transforming how you see romance, and I've spoken your astrology about, it's about your self-esteem. Now, how are you going to feel good about yourself if you're always in these relationships? And I think you got this now. Cancer, you've got this now. You're like, I'm never going to feel good about myself if I'm allowing myself to be in these kinds of binding, codependent, addictive, dark relationships, you know, where we just feed off each other's darkness. I'm never going to get that. I want somebody who I can work with, you know? Otherwise, my self-esteem is just always going to end up being shattered. And you're coming to this place where I feel like you're starting to self-partner, and you're taking your talents, your creative talents, and you're doing something amazing with them. Okay, Cancer? I feel like you're doing something amazing with them. And I got to be honest with you, you know, I think I said to Gemini that they needed to incorporate more teamwork into what they're doing. For you, you need to, if you're doing anything creatively, any project, any hobby, any business, it doesn't even have to be creatively, if you're doing anything for yourself as a self-starter, brilliant. I feel like you would get more working on your own stuff, right? Concentrating on your own stuff than you will with working with other people right now. I think it's time for you to ignore any potential criticism. Ignore anyone who's trying to cut out anyone who's trying to influence you and influence you in negative ways, you know, who doesn't want you to succeed because they don't know how to succeed themselves. I will say, when it comes to love, I feel like there could be somebody coming in who, now they could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but I feel like there's somebody who could be coming in. Yes, this could be you, but I feel this is more somebody coming in who is a potential. I'm going to say he's a potential, or she is a potential, right? This is a potential, and I feel like this person is balanced. I don't feel like they're going to want too much from you, and I feel like you might be taken aback by the fact that they don't want too much from you, the fact that they're not demanding, the fact that it's actually quite chilled, you know? But there's something stable about them. There's this feeling of like security and safety with this person, like emotional safety, you know, like you're not going to get any nasty surprises, like you know where you're at. But this person is, I feel like they're honest, they're open, and they've got their head together, you know, they're switched on. And this is a potential for you. I really do think that. And I think that you might find yourself being pleasantly surprised. But this might not be this month. This could play out over the next 4 months, because I feel like this is speaking to that Jupiter in Scorpio, in your 5th house motion. So this could take about 4 months to play out. But I feel like this could be somebody who you end up having this kind of relationship with, where it's more balanced, where it's taken more slowly, where it's an equal give and take, and it feels like two whole beings coming together, right? Rather than two empty or half empty beings being shackled together, okay? And even if you're not interested in a relationship, I feel like you're going to do this for yourself. I feel like a lot of Cancers are becoming their own partner. You're starting to partner yourself. I'm seeing you in such strength, Cancer. I really am, and I'm loving this for you. So, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on, but it'll end up being the world's longest reading. But keep doing what you're doing. Stay out of any gossip, any fray. If you see that people aren't working together at your workplace and you have got something you want to do outside of the workplace that is yours, right? That is your own project, your own hobby, develop it, please, Cancer, because there's so much potential, right? And self-partner, and know that you have come so far, and the universe is supporting you to break down these past habits of giving power away, okay? Don't allow yourself to be tempted into distraction off of your own life path. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed that. Please tell me, you know, how is this playing out for you? Where are people working with you or not working with you? What is it that you're doing? What is it that you're initiating and putting out there into the world that you're passionate about? Where are the blockages for you? I love hearing your comments, and I love it. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Okay, Cancer, I'm going to be back next month. In the meantime, have a wonderful, powerful month. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.